Hello everyone and welcome back to new Pokémon Snap. In the last episode we did all of our remaining 4 stars in Florio and Bellossom. This episode we'll be doing it on Maricopia and Volcua. So we will start with Maricopia Beach in the day, when we have only one to do, which is Bellossom. And this is one we've kind of seen before, but I think you only actually can get the points for it, either a 4 star, by the time it is on level 3. So that's why we haven't kind of seen this before. So we go to over there where there's some Bellossom dancing. Ah, Nintendo and their fluffy clouds. Right, these lads here, all you need to do is hit the Crystal Bloom, which is there. Oh, I scanned by accident and that set them off. And they'll start dancing at it, and apparently that dancing behaviour of them is the 3-star shot. 4-star shot even. Don't know why it didn't count before when we did it. Maybe we need to get all 3 of them in which case we still haven't done that. Let's have a look. It's right near the beginning of the level, so it's easy to do again if we need to. Yep, there we go. Only counts when you're on research level 3, apparently. There we go. Silver, not bad.
Excellent.
And yeah, that's it for Beach Day. So we've got 2 now to take care of on Reef Day. We're going to start off with Wingull. So right here at the beginning we have these Finneon. When we're close to them we can chuck a fluff fruit into their shoal basically, and one of them will jump in the air. In response the rest of them will scatter and Wingull will come diving in. The 4-star shot is that Wingull under the water. Let's see if I got it. I didn't even get a Wingull apparently. Maybe I should be a bit further around to the side to actually be able to catch the Wingull instead of it being a Finneon. Right, I want to get the shot, be able to get it from that angle perhaps. So that one jumps out of the water, and then hopefully I got it there. There was a lot of photos there. Well, there's a Lapras swimming around, which I swear isn't normally there. There we go, one of those many shots. Of those many shots, only 3 of them were actually the Wingull we wanted, but it's still the Wingull we wanted. And it's only a bronze, but it is the 4-star and polishes off Wingull. Up next, same level, similar part, we're going to do Sharpedo. Now here we see Sharpedo 1 at the base of a pillar with a Crystal Bloom on it, and Sharpedo 2 over there. What we want to do is hit the Crystal Bloom with an Illumina Orb, and now watch Sharpedo 2. Sharpedo 2 will come towards, and then as soon as it approaches, and this is a fast behaviour, so you've got to be real fast on burst mode. Shit, I think I missed it. Well, let's try that again. Okay, I thought it came around the front, goes around the back, turns out, and I was just not in a good place to see. When I say I missed it, I took photos. I just took photos of a fucking empty pillar. Okay, at least that's nice and easy to trigger, so again, we'll do quickly. You're very cute, Lapras. Maybe we've got a 4-star Lapras coming up as well, because I have not got one of those yet. Right, let's wait till we're about here-ish. Yeah, that looks good. Let's hit that Crystal Bloom. Come on, you. Shit, now I'm too late. Narrow-ass window on this, isn't there? Right, we'll try and hit it here, then. At least we'll know if it's coming. Will we? There we go. Right, fire up a lot of shots here. Because that jumping in the air is your 4-star behaviour, but the actual bit of the animation that counts as the 4-star is a very narrow bit of it, so burst mode is your friend there. Let's see if we got it. Looks like we did! Happy days. Got a couple of shots of it. That one is cracking, so let's go for that. And that's a crystal and polishes off Sharpedo. Brilliant! With that, we're done on Reef Day, so we are going to Reef Evening, where we are going to start with Manaphy. We've only briefly seen Manaphy, and actually not in the fashion that we're about to do it, because we got it at the end of the Laprases, but we're actually going to do it at the beginning, with the Whale Lords and the Inkays. So let's head to the very beginning of Reef Evening. So in order to get the right shot, we've got to trigger a lot of shit at the beginning here. First off, we've got to hit that Vaporeon with an Illumina Orb, so it'll speed up and scooch over. Then we need to hit this first Crystal Bloom here, the same one that triggered the Sharpedo. And then we need to just go past the Whirlpool. And on the left side of the Whirlpool here is another Illumina Orb. When we hit that one, everything should change. Yes, that Whale Lord on the right, you will notice, is descending. This is good. We look over there and we go that way, and you will see there is a Manaphy flanked by 2 Inkay. What we need to do is hit the Manaphy with an Illumina Orb when it stops. And then play the melody. And when it's done... No, that was an Inkay jumping. What do I do? Let's get the Manaphy glowing and melody. Come on.
Oh, really?
There we go, jumping in the air. That is the shot we wanted. And I believe that is the 4-star behaviour. That was nice. Ooh, cool vivel on there. That was surprisingly easy to say how many moving parts there are to that one. It's just about knowing what you got to hit in what order.
Good to see you.
Fuck knows how you figure these out by yourself, by the way. I just want to point that out. Eesh. There's your 4-star, Vid leaping out. Man, all the rest was only a 1. Good lord. I think Manaphy only got 1 and 4 stars. I don't think there's been anything else. And that's gold. Pretty good for what is not a great photo. Up next, we have got Raichu. There's a surfing Raichu near the Whale Lords. Let's go up to that one. Technically, this is also kind of part of a request, but we accidentally got this request earlier with a shit photo, which was only 3 stars, so let's try again. So, this Raichu is our target. We need to be using Turbo because that's the only way we can actually keep up with the surfing Raichu enough to get this shot of it. Because what we need to do, I'm just going to take repeated shots of it so that when it does fire up and do that little flip, which I believe is the behavior we want, unless it's going to do another one.
Oh, really?
That was it, that was the behaviour, it was actually when it does the flip there. Don't know if we got it or not, but either way, let's head on to the end of the level because we have got Lapras to do, and the Lapras one's nice and straightforward. So here we just need to take the alternative route. So this little Lapras here, if we hit it with an Illumina Orb, that should activate it, and it will swim towards a bigger Lapras. When they approach each other, or when they kind of have approached each other, hit both with an Illumina Orb, and then play the melody. And you'll get them both singing, and that is your 4-star Lapras. Oh, a Manaphy in there for bonus points as well. You'll love to see it. Right, let's see which ones of those actually counted. Oh, we haven't got the Raichu, but we have got the Lapras. Let's see which one of these is good. If there's one especially... Oh, look at that, with the Manaphy in the background and everything. What a great shot. Yeah, I'm guessing I didn't get the Raichu. Nope. Well, we'll submit this one, and then we'll go back and try and get the Raichu again. Now I know what I'm actually aiming for, because it's when it crosses my path. I thought it was the spinny sideways flip, but no, it's the actual forward flip. Ah, diamond. 4 diamonds, 4 Laprases. They're all basically the same shot, but apparently some are different to others. You're the professor. Right, let's get that Raichu. So side flip, which is not the behavior we want. But then he should pull behind us. And there we go. I think I got it there. I was certainly tracking it better. And Todd said I nailed the timing, which would be weird if that was a lie. Yeah, there we go. That's a weird one, because it just looks like he's about to fall off. But that's fun of him fully upside down, but that's... Yeah, that's silly as I submit that one. I was going to say it's not the best one, which it isn't, but it is the funniest one. Sometimes you just got to go for the meme shot, you know? There we go. That is Raichu done. Right, next we are going to Maricopia Undersea, because it's time to do the greatest Pokemon of them all, Qwilfish. And this is a great shot as well, if I can get it. Now here we're on level 3, we need to not go down that pathway, but we just need to go ahead until we're outside the Qwilfish cave. Now down here is a Clawitzer. We want to hit him with, oh, physics of Illumina Orbs underwater, I'd forgotten about those. Want to hit him with an Illumina Orb and he'll fuck off. And he's gone to go and try and ruin a Qwilfish's day. We, dear viewer, are not going to allow that to happen to the greatest of all Pokemon. So we need to be prepared to kind of fight back. So, what we need to do now is hit the Qwilfish with an Illumina Orb to supercharge him. Get out of my way, Alomomola. You are not the greatest Pokemon of all time. There we go, and it fires off its signature move, Pin Missile, and that's the shot we're aiming for. Look at that bastard. What an image of athleticism and true skill. God, I love Qwilfish so much. With that done, and that is silver, but complete Qwilfish. We need to get Lanturn. The behavior is a 4-star for Lanturn. We've seen like many times. I'm genuinely surprised that we haven't got a shot of it. It must just have a very tight window. But we need to basically get to the point, so we need to do the alternative pathway until we are diving down the hole. Now at this point we hit the Lanturn with an Illumina Orb. Shit. That's why I just didn't see the Lanturn until it was too late. Well, he'll well, we fucked it, I think. Ah, there's your Lanturn. Brilliant. Up, yep. There we go. So we hit it with a light, and it will go vertically upwards. And then see some Sharpedos and get chased away by them. Then, these two are going to be the ones to have it. So, once the Wailord comes past... we need... what? There we go. They've got the Lanturn there, and we need to... oh, shit, Wailmer. What we need to do is hit it and get a photo of it as soon as it's been hit and freed. And I think I may have got it there. The whole thing there is you basically need to throw the orbs and take photos anyway, because you can't stop taking photos by the time you know the orb's hit, because it's too late. Hopefully we got it there. Yeah, we got it. There are not many of it. We only got 4 frames of it, which is pretty abysmal. But it tells you how fast of an animation it is. And it's a gold, which isn't bad. Completes Lanturn. And with that, we are done in Maricopia. So we're going to move on next to Volcua Sands, and we're going to try and tackle Flygon. This is another one that we must have seen, because the setup for this is part of another, what's it called? Lental request, not for Flygon, but for Trapinch. So we need Flygon picking up a bit of fluff fruit, but it's nice and easy to do because it's right at the beginning of the level. So let's go and do that. So we just need to turn this sandstorm off by hitting 1, 2, and 3 crystal blooms. Then we throw a fluff fruit exactly where the twister was, and the Flygon should come down and pick it up. And that apparently is the 4-star. I'm surprised that we don't have that. Maybe it's the exact action of picking it up. But anyway, well, when we wait to see whether we got that, though again, you'll know, let's continue on through the level and take the alternative route. And our scanner here will reveal... these coconut doesn't seem to have fallen here naturally. Let's chuck a fluff fruit in the middle of it. And that Mandibuzz flying down and snatching the fluff fruit is the 4-star on Mandibuzz. Let's see if we got either of those. It's looking good. So we've got the Mandibuzz. That's a brilliant shot. I really like that. And we've got the Flygon. That's also a great, if weird shot. What was that one like? Yeah, that one's funnier. Cool, let's submit both of those. That was nice and easy. God, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I was kind of banking with my timing on the fact that we would go through these much faster than the... that's 4-star... only gold. I would have thought that would be better on the Mandibuzz. Yeah, I figured we'd go through these faster than they request, because often they do require less complex setup, and also, the ones that require setup, we've seen the setup. Basically, other than the legendary Pokemon, pretty much all of like the complex behavioral interactions in the game we've seen with the Lental request. That's kind of why, initially, I talked initially about not doing the Lental request. I didn't think I was going to, but then I was reading up on it, and it was like... foreseeing all the interesting interactions and behaviors, because sometimes it's like, hey, hit a Pokemon in the right way and it will do a 4-star thing. That's less interesting, but actually the requests really show off the game in terms of like, the ecological interactions among the Pokemon, which is why I kind of decided to do that. But we rattle through these much faster than the request, honestly. Next, we are up to Volcua Volcano, and we have got Altaria to do, so I'll see you right at the beginning of the volcano. So right at the start, we see this group of Altaria here. Hit one of them with the fluff fruit, and you'll spook them all into running away. While they're flying over, hit a fluff fruit into this bit here, oop, and it will start emitting steam, and they'll start flapping around it happily. That right there is your 4-star request. Let's lock that one in. Not 4-star request, 4-star photo. Behavior is the phrase I was looking for. Oh, that's a nice dynamic one. I like that. Let's submit that. Crystal, brilliant, and polishes off Altaria. Up next, we need to go into level 1, and we need to go as we get to kind of the magma chamber towards the end. So here, as we go in this way, we need to look behind us, and we will see a Monferno. What we do now is, once it stops, we hit it with an Illumina Orb. And then it should run off and head up there. Keep an eye on it at this point. Once it's up there, we hit it with another Illumina Orb. And it'll do 2 backflips. After the second backflip, Illumina again. And it'll start doing some weird kung fu poses, and then shooting fire. And it's the fireballs that we want. 1. And fireball. Nope. You gonna do it again by any chance, or are you gonna scratch your ass again? 1. And fireball! That should do. Brilliant, let's submit that. Oh, apparently any part of that fighting dance is the 4-star. That's quite cool though, we'll go for that. And gold, brilliant. Thought that might be slightly better, but there we go. With that done, we've got only 2 more to go. And they're both in level 3. So we'll start off with, basically, we're going to do Charmander. And there's a chance we might see Ho-Oh kicking around, because Ho-Oh just sometimes appears. If it does, we'll do the Ho-Oh one. If not, we won't. Now this is our little window here. If we look through it where that Charmander is, we'll determine if Ho-Oh is in the level or not. Ho-Oh is in the level! So, we'll do the Ho-Oh one while we're here as well then. So we need to head to the alternative pathway. So, 2 things here. Number 1, we have a glowing feather. We'll hit it with an Illumia orb. And then number 2, over to our... Oh no, not quite yet. There's a Charmander in a bit. But we'll do the next Ho-Oh bit first. So here to our right... Well, here to our left, first off, is a Charmander. Oh, it's going to come over and have a little look at us. When it does, give it a Fluff Fruit. And Fluff Fruits are annoying in here. Oh, there's a Sleeping Sorcall, by the way. Hit it with an Illumina Orb. I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. When it moves, it'll reveal a feather underneath. Illumina the feather, and we're all good. I'm now going to feed that Charmander a second Fluff Fruit. I just have to trust that it ate one off camera, and it flamethrowers it. We got that brilliantly. That's the Charmander. Let's continue now with the Ho-Oh, which is when we're kind of like behind the... Oh, we missed it. Shit, it's there. Oh, I think we just hit it. Yep, there's a 3rd feather there just behind that blue lava fall. Cool. Those 3 feathers have now lit up Ho-Oh. We'll know that because Ho-Oh appears here. So, as Ho-Oh drops down... Do I need to Illumina it? No, I don't. That is, of course, the shot we need on Ho-Oh. Whew. Exhausting getting those 2 at the same time, but there we go. I think I've got both of them. I should add, by the way, all that stuff with Ho-Oh only happens if you've already photographed Ho-Oh once. You have to kind of see it in the outside bits, which is why I wasn't able to do that the first time. That's a very cool shot. And we get our 4-star Charmander as well, of it using Flamethrower on its food. That's a cool shot. Some very cool shots this episode. The 4-star shots, when you're actually aiming for them, really do tend to be, whereas the requests are sometimes a bit desperate. Anyway, that Ho-Oh gets us 5,500 crystal, and that Charmander gets us 4,200 crystal. Wonderful. And that is us done for this episode. What are we going to be doing next episode? We are going to be doing the final few ones. We're going to be doing Jurice, and we're going to be doing Aurus. Last time we finished up this episode with Mew, we finished this episode with Ho-Oh. Next episode we will also be finishing up with a legendary. And so will we with the final one, because it'll be Xerneas. So all a lot of exciting stuff to look forward to. In these perhaps slightly shorter episodes. I don't know. They're shorter for me to record them, but fuck knows how that works out with editing. Hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day.